Hello there, welcome back to Lattes and More. This video is, I don't know which tier I'm going to place it on. Might be top tier. Just might be, because I put my homework in here. I wanted to, for a while now, I wanted to talk about the speakers of the FOMC. And most of those speakers, and I think I've done this in the past or talked about it, most of them are presidents of their financial institutions in 12 major cities, Minneapolis, Chicago, Boston, uh, just to name a few. And so they carry a lot of weight when they are the president of one of the central banks. So when they speak, does it carry as much weight as when Fed Chairman Powell speaks? Typically not, but today something happened. Today's March 26th. But I wanted to show you on Forex Factory where I'm getting this information, how I know someone's speaking and how I know who it is and how I'm becoming familiar with them. I'm getting more involved on X lately, on Twitter, and I'm really enjoying the news feed that comes up there. Man, it's just more professional. People have something to say, but the people who have something to say uh, can really back their opinion. So it's nice and refreshing to see not, like other places, people in other places. I'll just leave it at that. But let's hop over to where I find this information and what I wanted to share with you today about the impact of who says what. So let's go do that. So on any given week, you can see for the US anyway, and also actually I take that back for other countries, Michelle Lagarde, European Central Bank president. I really enjoy watching her. Everybody globally is really in the same spot that we are, except for Japan. Everyone is in the same spot as we are, trying to reduce inflation, supposedly down to 2%. But what I wanted you to take note of, in any given week, we have, let me get my little annotation tool here. I do not want that color. This is my color. We have speakers. We have people who are speaking today. We had multiple speakers. Felt like that was today. I guess it's Tuesday. That's odd. Oh my God. I felt like they were speaking today, but maybe the news was today. And also, let me turn this off. Right. I know if I move my screen, that those circles are going to go. Also write down, whoop, my bad. Also write down here on Friday, we have Daly who's speaking, but I also felt that I saw Chairman Powell speaking it was here, then it was gone, and now it's gone again for some reason. Chairman Powell speaking at 11:30, even though the market closes because of Good Friday. But what I wanted to point out is you really want to be aware of. So you can see this is a calm Manila folder. This is a calm Manila folder. Daily also speaking is a calm Manila folder. That's really, really odd because I know I saw Chairman Powell pop back up again. He was not a calm Manila folder. But what I want to tell you is I want you to go into the folder and it will tell you what type of event it is and where they're speaking. So you can see that Central Bank President Bostic is speaking at the University of Cincinnati, a panel discussion. Doesn't carry a lot of weight, although he did say yesterday, that he felt there was just going to be one cut this year versus the three that are on the docket. So that's why it was all over the news today. It was on Bloomberg today. They were talking about that. So people are in the room, reporters are in the room, questions are asked. Typically, it's pretty mild and they don't swing the market. But this one made the news. But let's go to also FOMC member, central bank Cook spoke today. And you can see, I didn't know what this was. This was really, it made me laugh this morning. So this says that the release time of this event came as a surprise. 74 minutes before he spoke, he announced that he was speaking. So that came as a surprise. And this came with a whole slew of information also, and this also made the news. And you can see if you go into that text, you can see, he also mentioned about how if we cut too soon, what would happen. And now other people are talking about, the governor of that state is talking about it. So this was supposedly, well, this wasn't really, we didn't know about this event. And we didn't know what type of event it was going to be, but he certainly had something to say today. We can come down to daily and click on his folder and see what and where he is speaking. He's at a macroeconomic monetary policy conference in San Francisco. Pretty mild. Doesn't even say that there's going to be any questions. What I wanted to share with you is that if it's just a conference or a luncheon, sometimes you see literally a fireside chat, it's going to be low impact. But these are still central bank presidents. And so I have started to look to see if they have any impact, where when Chairman Powell speaks, there's going to be major impact. He spoke, let me see if I can go back. He spoke twice last week. Here's a couple more examples. Barr spoke. He has a red star also. They had a schedule error. Oh, okay. Where was he speaking? Let's see where he was speaking. The Transnational Law Virtual Conference. Probably pretty mild. Okay. Bostic spoke again last week. Here we go. Fireside chat at the Household Finance Conference in Atlanta. Pretty mild. But then when you go back, I know that he was testifying last week. I was just looking for Powell and how you could see that those are indeed red folders. Here's an orange folder, so more impact. Virtual European Economics and Financial Center. So again, what I wanted to state is that just pay attention to who's speaking, what they're saying, and what impact they might have in the market. Again, if it's a red folder, there's going to be movement in the market, like when Powell usually testifies, and there's usually a lot of movement there. So I wanted to share that. It's just one of the aspects of fundamental trading. You really don't want to blow this off. Again, I keep track of everything in regard to the U.S. news, and it gives me a heads up on what could potentially happen in the market so that I'm not surprised. Oh, I don't know what happened. I can tell you what happened. This guy spoke and he made a comment and it's in the market in the opposite direction. So you want to pay attention to those things and these times so that you will be a more efficient trader. So I did find what I was looking for. I just did not have my red folders clicked off in my filter. So you can see that Powell is speaking. We want to listen to him. He is literally going to move the market when he speaks. So that is something that we want to pay attention to. Being Good Friday, the market will be closed when he speaks because this is in California and the market's going to be closed at that time for Good Friday. But you can also see, this is what I was missing. The component I was missing when I was speaking earlier is that I'm going to go back to last week when we had all these statements that came out. He spoke down here. Also, I was literally watching that. You know, he was in DC at that time. And I want to say he spoke the week before. So I definitely notice and write down the FOMC speakers and their meetings, and especially when the head honcho speaking, right? You want to pay attention to that and take note because that will catch you off guard for sure. So I wanted to share that with you and add that little addendum in, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks.